Yep. That belly out takes a lot of weight.
If Matthew Lillard's Shaggy from the live action movie, you get
Zoinks! Like these. Let's get out of here! Like, man, oh man!
In this world, and there are some that never
Okay, get
Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Welcome to another episode of Retroactive. Yes, John blitzed. New intro, new start screen, new background. Got everything new. The new newness for Mondays, everybody. And that was a nice intro. Why, thank you, Paladin Baz. Thank you. Glad to see all you guys here. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the new intro. I thoroughly did. Me and Hellfire, who is in here right now, he's currently away at the moment, but he is in chat with me. But we worked on that last night, so glad to be able to unveil a new intro for you guys. A lot of my episodes are going to be going through these new changes as well. Jeff is almost a shout out to Hellfire. Thank you for the shout out to Hellfire. I don't know why the shout out player is not working. Hang on one second. There it goes. Nope, maybe not. See if it works there. It says it's a bit glitchy when you move. What's a bit glitchy when I move?
You're skipping frames. I'm here, but I'm on the phone.
I am skipping frames. I see that now. Hang on one second, guys. Hold on one second. Let me check something. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me check something, guys. Bear with me. Something's probably running that shouldn't be, because it's only showing that I skipped one frame so far. I shouldn't be skipping frames. Hopefully, hopefully, let's see. Thank you for the shout out, Jeff Wolf. Thank you. It's a bit glitchy. Why is this shout out not working? Let me do some shout outs myself real quick, guys. Tabitha Sabbatha is in the house. Let's drop a shout out to Paladin Baz. I know you're doing some. There we go. And I'm still skipping frames. What the freak? Bear with me for a moment, guys. I am seriously skipping frames, and I don't know why.
No. It's an event.
I should not be skipping frames like this, but for some reason I am, and I don't know why. It says, ooh, love the background. Oh god, it's the alien, the one I can't hear. right. Okay, so let's do a shout out to Jeff as Lone Wolf, and then we'll do a shout out to Tabitha. It says you're already the voice inside my head. Oh, okay, yeah, you're already the voice inside my head. Yeah, Blink 182 song right there. So anyway, how is everybody doing? Hopefully, let me know if I continue to skip frames. Let me know if I still seem glitchy. Tabitha, you missed something kind of besides the background, which is themed to the a little. Why is it still skipping frames? Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I don't know why it's skipping frames. I'm going to see if I can fix it. I shouldn't be skipping frames. We're going to knock that out. Maybe I'm running too much shiznit. Hogo, what is up? What is up? What is up? Hopefully this solves everything. If not, bear with it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll figure out what is going on momentarily. I don't know what is happening. Damn, I show up 2 minutes late and miss things. Yes, you do. I have a new start screen and a new intro screen. I'm gonna flip back through so y'all can see it. This is the new start screen, ladies and gentlemen. It just felt right to do J. Jonah Jameson because of JJ. Oh, that's good. This is the new intro. John Blitz. So there's that. It's short but sweet, ladies and gentlemen. It's short but sweet. Hang on 1 second. Oh, I know what the problem is. Hang on, guys. I don't know why I didn't think about this. I know what the problem is. I'm looking right at it. Thank you. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take care of the issue. I'll be right back. I'll be back momentarily. Let me go ahead and switch to the BRB screen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Hopefully, if everything goes okay, we should not be experiencing the skipping frames. In a few minutes, you should be experiencing everything working like it should. Let me know if I continue to skip frames. But anyway, how is everybody doing? For me, doing good. As you can see, I've been slowly doing some changes to the looks and stuff like that. So yeah. And I'm noticing an audio difference. There looks like a lag in my audio. Hold on 1 second, guys. Looks like there's a delay in my audio, but it is what it is. This is not as bad, but still a little of a frame rate lag. I am noticing that too. The downside with this is they don't tell you what. It tells you that you're experiencing issues, but they don't tell you what the issues are. I'm going through right now and looking through all the tasks that are running to make sure I'm not running any useless tasks. Because I'm on a new computer system that's not supposed to do it. So far, I've noticed that there's no drop frames as of yet. So I should be starting to do a little bit better. So far, no drop frames. Anyway, let's go ahead and get going here, guys. I do have Hellfire in the background. That's strange. Maybe when you're teaching on yesterday's stream. Hey, it could be a lot of things, John. It could be a lot of things. But I was on a different setup, so who knows? But so far, I'm still showing one dropped frame. What the freak? It's another skipped frame. What the freak is going on? Okay, I'm not sure what it is. Blames the lags of EVE Online, right? I don't know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But we're gonna muscle through it, guys, until I can figure it out. Stay with me. Don't leave anywhere. We're gonna work through this issues and get it going. But we'll figure it out. We will figure it out, guys. We're gonna try to go through with it here. Anyway, continuing with the discussion, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, I got someone messaging me instead of talking to me. Hellfire is messaging me instead of talking. Okay, so as longer you're streaming. Yeah, as long as I'm streaming, yes. So hopefully everything's going. So far I haven't got no notifications or anything. Every time I do say that that I haven't got a skip frame notification, that's when the skip frames happen. So we're going to continue on. Now, before we get going into the discussion, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to give you a slight disclaimer, and I wrote it down so that I can read it word for word for you guys. So as always, I look off to the side here for my notes, but the following episode may bore many of you due to the technical due to the technicalities and history and education. If you stick through with this episode, it will give you an understanding of demons and may lead to one of you discovering the real answers that tip the scale of skeptics and believers. However, if it bores you and you decide to leave, I will hold no ill will to you not wanting to be smarter. Now that the disclaimer is out of the way, guys, we're going to go ahead and work on the discussions of demons. As we discussed last Monday, a demon is a supernatural being associated with evil. Wonders if there is such a thing as a boring Mystery Monday. To some, there may be, because I'm about to get into some serious in-depth stuff that people may not be interested in, but we're going to get that way. I am leading to doing some different things. I'm going to be talking about a few things coming up soon that I'm going to be pulling, hopefully, Tabitha Sabbatha in for soon, because it all lines up together. But as we discussed last Monday, a demon is a supernatural being associated with evil. We talked about the core concepts and how to know when someone is possessed and what or what opens you up to being possessed. Now we're going to go into we're going to have to take different Mondays to discuss some of the knowledge of demons. We're going to spend the next few Mondays talking about certain demons, their origins and their histories, and things about those specific demons, so that we can understand them. So where does one start when we talk about demons? Okay, well, let's talk about the older and first recorded demon, Pazuzu. Okay, now I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard the name of the demon Pazuzu. Pazuzu. You'll hear it pronounced different ways, but it's Pazuzu. Pazuzu is a demonic god of the Babylonians. He is the son of Hanbi or Hanba, depending on Hanbi being masculine, Hanba being feminine. The king of the underworld. His brother was known as Humbaba. He was a demon god protector mentioned in the Epic of Gilgamesh. He was the most famous of Mesopotamian demons in present day. He was mentioned in the movie The Exorcist, which is where most of you will have heard him from. If you have ever watched The Exorcist, then you will have heard of Pazuzu. Even though he was an evil demonic spirit, he was also used in invocations for protecting one from evil. and was even powerful in protecting pregnant women from the demon goddess Lamashtu. It takes me a few seconds to pronounce it, but he would protect pregnant women against the evil goddess Lamashtu. Now, for most demons of certain periods, a lot of times you're going to find out that there were a lot of demons, especially during the Mesopotamian, Babylonian eras, that like those older periods. They were used for protection for both bad and for good. They had a balance to them. Is this real? Right? Is this real? Understanding that one time demons were both evil and at some way good. When did demons become thought of as all evil? To understand this, what we need to do is go into the evolution of demons. This is where we're going to probably get a little boring for some of you. British historian Jeremy Black notates that demons in the Mesopotamia evolved over the years from representations of threatening animals right up to personified threats of danger and death. Furthermore, he claims that Pazuzu is the best explanation of said evolution. He even provided a simple timeline progression and broke it down into 5 phases. Now, there are 6 phases of demons, but Pazuzu is part of 5 of the phases. The first of the phases is the formative phase. With the formative phase, it's where basically the formative feature. The formative phase features of different animals that were combined into unnatural beings during the Uruk period. Okay, and by being combined into unnatural beings, we're talking like a bear and a tiger being into one entity that looks like a cross of a tiger and a bear, considered to be a demonic evil spirit or god. This leads us up to the second phase, which is the optimistic phase. In the optimistic phase, it comes from the Akkadian period, with glyphic scenes showing the capture and punishment of nefarious demons. Now, during this optimistic phase, a lot of people were into capturing demons to be able to say, "Hey, look at me! I can control the power of a demon. You know, we can control demons. I have captured said demon." That's the optimistic phase. It's like, hey, wait a minute. You know, they saw a little optimism in, hey, demons can be captured. Demons can be controlled. They're not all powerful gods. We can control them. So they lost their god status, became demonic entities versus demonic gods. John Blatt said, "Didn't Fakins do that?" No, Fakins faked that. He didn't do it. He faked it. Now, the third phase is called the balanced phase, which comes from Old Babylonian, the Babylonian period, also known as the Sumerian period, consisting of cylinder seals that mix images of gods, symbols, and other motifs, which were also basically associated with the gods and good and bad of mankind, basically. Now, during this time, this is where you start to approach the in between the balance phase and the third phase and the fourth phase is where you have your Egyptian gods. Okay, your Egyptian gods were seals and symbols, and you had a hybrid gods. Some were still animal gods, some were still hybrid gods, like Horus. Horus was in between the balance phase and the transformative phase, which is the fourth phase. We'll get into that here momentarily. But they basically combined the symbols, the gods, and other motifs together. That's where they started taking this entity, crossing it with this here, kind of like your planetary stuff. So during the balance phase, this is where we get your planetary connections of gods. Like, this god is connected to Venus. This god is connected to Jupiter. So they were recognized, connected. Oh, Hogo right there doing some shout outs. Thank you for dropping that shout out, Jeff is Lone Wolf. Hogo is playing Sea of Thieves.
Guys, get some fireballs quick. I can't.
Look at him throw those bombs out.
I'll just fireball the shit out of them.
I'll just fireball the shit out of him. That's definitely Hugo for you guys. That's definitely Hugo's. The goody one is in the house. What is up? What is up? What is up? So after we leave the balance phase, everybody, we go to the fourth phase of demons. Oh, the goody one right there. Look at him have a little bit of a blinking light rave in his on his camera right now, guys.
Yep. Oh, no, get away.
He's playing some Dark Souls 2, I think. Either Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2. I can't tell which. But anyway, the fourth phase for demons and the evolution of demons is the transformative phase. This takes place between the 11th century to the 14th century. During this time, it's pretty much where man-centered images of old Babylonian gods giving away to the precedence of animal-headed hybrids. As I said, during the times of the Egyptians, where you get animal-headed hybrids like Horus. Horus had the head of a bird, the body of man. Jeff was on with thank you for the shout-outs. And so during the transformative phase, that's where you get the Egyptian style gods of Horus, and I can't remember who. I think it was Anubis. Yeah, it was Anubis that had the head of a dog and the body of a man. You had one that had the head of a cat and the body of a man or body of a woman. Greek gods are the best. Greek gods took place around this phase, the transformative phase as well. It's a connection between the transformative and the balanced. Again, with the connection to the planetary constellations. Now, once we move from the transformative phase, we move to the fifth phase that contained Pazuzu. After the fifth phase, Pazuzu was kind of transmogrified and changed completely, and so the iconization of Pazuzu becomes something completely different than what he was known as. So that's the reason why for Pazuzu, Anubis is the dog, Bass is the cat. I knew one of them was a cat, and I knew one of them was the dog. I couldn't remember because I know Set was a snake. Setites were the snakes, and I knew that Horus was the bird. But with the transformative phase, they were the hybrids, like Egyptians, as we're talking about here. Not too bad. Tabitha just took a few days off. Anxiety was going a little mental, so been binge watching some shows. Hey, binge watching shows. I've been doing the same. I've been binge watching some Glee because I've been waiting for episodes of Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist to build up to watch those and the next episode of WandaVision. Anyway, moving on to the fifth phase, the last phase of Pazuzu, but yet not the last phase of demonic evolution. We're currently in the sixth phase of demonic evolution, everybody. However, exactly the goody one, Glee and Zoe. Love it, love it, love it, love it. A lot of Glee casts are in Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. So are some members of the cast of Pitch Perfect as well. Anyway, the fifth phase is the demonic phase. This is where the Neo-Assyrian and Neo-Babylonian are depicting demons in full horror individually. Like you would have Faust, you would have Faust in his own depictions. You would have the devil in a depiction. You will have individual demons and monsters and whatnot in their own horrific scenes. Okay, like they became individuals, separated from being this big group of, like where the Egyptians, you had them all grouped into one area. So you had Horus, Bast, Set, Anubis. You had them all together in groups, and they ruled together as people. In the demonic phase, they were individual entities possessing, like some would believe vampires were considered demonic, part of the demonic phase. Werewolves, serpents, all these different monsters were considered part of the demonic phase. Each individual entities of their own. Zach Faken's voice. We'll do Zach Faken's in a moment. pretty much after the demonic phase, from this point in the evolution, we come to the Hellenistic period. During the Hellenistic period, it will lead into into the Christian period, no longer needing protective demons or the reliance of earlier religious beliefs. Christians adopted a new, discouraging faith. Demons and gods had no place in the heavens of the Christian God, and they were pretty much relegated to Christian hell. This was easy to do since demons were already associated with the underworld, making it even easier to turn the pagan afterlife into a hell of punishment, making demons agents of said eternal damnation. Okay, so it's see, are you going to get into any Crowley stuff? Yes, I will be eventually getting into Crowley stuff. I will definitely be getting into some Crowley stuff. I'll be getting into stuff about Crowley. I'm probably going to touch on to some stuff about Anton LaVey, and a few other things. I'm right now I'm kind of slowly stepping into stuff, but yeah, we're going to be definitely getting into some Crowley. You can't talk about demons unless you mention some of the Crowley stuff. So yes, going to definitely get into Crowley stuff. During the Hellenistic period, this is a key moment in the evolution of demons. It's something that we're gonna delve into these six periods, these 6 phases throughout the episodes. Okay, the Hellenistic period is one of the episodes that I'm gonna have Tabitha on, because in this period it's where they wipe out a lot of the pagan and Wiccan beliefs. Okay, this is where I'm probably gonna have Tyrmion on here. Hopefully I'll have Tabitha, and then eventually I'll have Hellfire on here when he's not busy and being away. But the reason for this, how come demons are only allowed on Earth, not angels? So angels are allowed on Earth, John Bliss, and we'll actually get into that. Angels are allowed on Earth. Angels do walk on Earth, but because of the Hellenistic period that I'm talking about right now, angels are now considered guardian. Their only appearances are during times of need. When you're needed to be protected or needed help, or to as messengers, and that's the only times that you'll see them on Earth. So they do come to Earth, but during the Hellenistic period, the Hellenistic phase, they are messengers or guardians, and that's the only time that you see them. Sounds good? Just keep me updated. Oh, trust me, I will. As I was saying, the Hellenistic period is where the Christians do their best to change everything that we know of with the pagans and the Wiccans and the Babylonians and the Sumerians. They literally say, okay, we don't like this, so we're going to tell you this. Okay, they literally change everything, and it's so much so that the Vatican literally dissected what is known as the Bible to become what we call the Holy Bible. I mention this all the time. You have 2 books of the Bible, New Testament and Old Testament. You have what is called the full Bibles. The full 2 books of the Bible are the Apocrypha and the Pseudepigrapha. Okay, those are the complete books of the Bible. The Vatican took the Pseudepigrapha and the Apocrypha and is like, oh, we don't like this, we don't like this, we don't like this, we're going to take this out, and this is going to let you know about the stuff before the Hellenistic period, so we're going to take that out. And they start hiding truths and overriding things so that you can believe what they tell you to believe, and go from there. So things start to take a different change. They're like, we want you to believe what we want you to believe, so we can have more control, because we'll know this, but you won't know this, and since you don't know what we know, we have more power over you, and we can control you and tell you what to do. So it's a power play from the Vatican, everybody. And that's pretty much what the Hellenistic phase is phasing out some of the truths. So that's the downside. Is a lot of Christians aren't bad. Christians' beliefs is not bad. There's nothing bad in believing doing good to others. Now there are some Christians who do bad because they're like, oh, you can't do this because it's against the Bible, you know. Well, they don't want. You have to understand, like a third world country, if you go to somebody who all they know is about Buddha, you can't say, oh, Buddha's fake. Buddha's fake. You got to stop believing Buddha. That's wrong to do. So a Christian who knows no better, you can't tell them that their belief is false. You have to understand and treat them like a child, because they're raised a certain way, and that's what they know and that's what they believe. So you have to go into saying, well, it's okay. You don't know no better. You know, you're just a child. You know, you're just a Christian. You don't know no better. We understand you have your beliefs. I respect your beliefs. Go ahead and be a little crude. You know, it's okay. I get it. You know, you believe in peace, but you don't believe in letting me have my free will. Like, the Christian God believes in letting man have their free will. Okay. They will be judged by God in the end times. Just remind a Christian, anytime they're like, oh, you can't do this and you can't do this, it's against the Bible, you're going to hell, you know, just let them know, hey, look, you know, your God tells me that I have the free will to believe and do as I want, and I will be judged at the end times. Let me live my life and respect me for my choices, and let me serve my possible damnation if God so chooses. Okay, God judges you, not them. Just remind them their God judges you, not them. Tabitha says, religion is good in theory until people get involved. Exactly. I'm Greek Orthodox. Believe it or not, John Blitz, there's actually quite a few Greek religions. Greek is a country, is a nationality versus a religion. Greeks believed in Zeus and all those Greek gods, but there's also Greek Catholicism as well, and many versions of the Greek Catholicism. Believe it or not, there's four different iconizations of Catholicism, and we'll get into that somewhere down the road. Anyway, as I was saying, during the Hellenistic phase of this here, this is where the Christians say, hey, look, you can't do this, you can't do that, we're going to change this, we're going to change that, which leads up to years of belief that current Christians are like, you're going to hell, you can't do this, you're going to hell, you know. Live and let live, okay? You know, it's one of the things like me. If somebody wants to do something I don't believe in and I don't agree with, that's their life. You live your life, let me live mine. Christians forget this. Their God gave them free will to make their own choices and be judged by what's called the Lamb's Book of Christ. Okay, at the end times, they'll come before messenger of God, the right hand of God or whatever, a DA, a district attorney per se, God's district attorney. And when they come before God and his district attorney, they'll look at your life and the choices that you made, and from that point forward, that's where, oh, you go against what we tell you, you're going to hell, you're going to heaven. Christians forget that they are not allowed to make judgment. They are meant to worship. They are meant to witness, as in they're supposed to tell you, hey, look, this is what my God believes in. This is what I believe. You know, here is the knowledge. Here is the information about my God. You know, here's what you need to choose. Do you want to choose this or not? And then let that person make their choice. But Christians of today, they don't believe that. So they lose sight of things because of the Bible constantly going through so many iterations and changes. You got the Holy Bible, which is the Vatican. You got the King James versions. You got the new this, that, or the other youth, new age, whatever versions of the Bible out there. So everybody wants to translate the Bible, pick and choose, and make it what they want to make it how they would like the religion to be. So it's gone through so many iterations that the religion is not what it used to be. Now, getting off religion, which we'll save for another episode, we're going to get back into demons. Now that we understand Pazuzu is the first recorded demon in history, okay, we are going to talk about who Pazuzu became in modern Christianity, in the Hellenistic phase. Did Jesus have a brother? That's a speculation that we'll talk about in another episode, John. We'll save that for another episode. Right now, we're going to talk about demons, but we'll talk about that in another episode. Now, Pazuzu, because of the changing the Christian during the Hellenistic phase, where they're altering the truths and stuff, they altered Pazuzu to become something completely different. What this leads us up to is Satan, Lucifer, and the devil, ladies and gentlemen. To many, they are three separate entities. However, some believe them to be one and the same. First we will discuss the 3-in-1 concept, and then we'll go into the separations and the history of. So for the 3-in-1 theory, there are a group of people that believe they are all the same person. Satan, Lucifer, and devil are all three one and the same. To understand this, with some Christian beliefs, you have the Trinity: God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost. One person in three different forms. Okay, God the Father is the main God himself. Okay, then he created himself into Mary as God the Son, aka Jesus. He was God the Son. Jesus was the physical embodiment of the omnipotent God. His spirit was in Jesus. Then you had God the Holy Ghost. When Jesus died and came back, he came back as the Holy Ghost. Okay, so there's three different versions of one person. That this Trinity belief is the same belief that people believe that Satan, Lucifer, and the devil were all one entity. Now, going with this, as such, Satan, devil, and Lucifer are pretty much just the names of the same being in this belief. That Lucifer was his name as an angel, and that when he fell and became a new being, taking on the name of Satan, the concept of the name devil pretty much comes from the combination of demonic evil, shortened down to D-evil. Let me actually type this in here real quick. So the term devil comes from demonic evil, okay, which was shortened to D-evil, which was formed to devil. A lot of people don't know this, okay? The term "you're a devil" means you're a demonic evil, okay? You're a demonic evil spirit. You're a devil, okay? People are like, wait, you're a devil. That, if you think about it, when people say, you know, instead of saying you're a demonic evil spirit, you know, you're a devil. That's interesting. A lot of people don't. I learned this one here from certain research when I discovered years ago during my my occultism and demonology courses. That's where I discovered the Apocrypha and the Pseudepigrapha, and it is in the Old Testaments of the Apocrypha, which the Apocrypha is the Old Testament, the Pseudepigrapha is the New Testament. In the Apocrypha, they go into saying, you know, they would call, you know, these evil spirits were demonic evil. Later, you know, it goes into saying they were devils, and it says it basically says that I forgot how it was worded, but it goes into saying that that devils were nothing more than demonic evil, a shorter way to say demonic evil, a translation of demonic evil. It says, not gonna lie, I didn't know that that's the origin of the word. Like I said, a lot of people didn't. I didn't until it wasn't until 1998 when I discovered the Apocrypha and the Pseudepigrapha that I learned, wait a minute, demonic evil? Devil? Oh, that makes sense. Holy shit. You know, it changed my whole views of a lot of things knowing this. So anyway, it was pretty much a descriptive nickname of sorts, okay? So basically, you could say Satan and Lucifer was a devil. He was a demonic evil. He's a devil. It's a nickname, okay? It's not an actual name. It's just a descriptive nickname, a short nickname of calling him a demonic evil. Now, Satan is a name of a demon. Some, like I said, in the Trinity believe that Satan just like when with Jesus, he was called the Holy Ghost. You know, the son of the God, the Holy Ghost, or God. He had that other name. So basically, when he fell, he was no longer an angel, so he couldn't have the name of an angel, which is Lucifer. So he called himself Satan. Paladin Baz is now curious on daredevils, right? They're daring demonic evils. Think about it. People don't know this, so that when they say, "Oh, you know, the daredevils, the blue devils, the what was that? The Duke Devils." Okay, the college Duke's mascot are the Devils. So pretty much, Duke's calling themselves demonic evils. They're the Duke demonic evils. Think about it. It's kind of interesting when you think about it. People don't understand what devil means, so they're like, "Oh yeah, we're the daredevils. That's Daredevil. That's the Duke Devils. You know, we're the whatever devils." It's like, you're demonic evils. You know, so yeah. Did you watch the show of Lucifer? Yes. Me and Hellfire do watch Lucifer. Lucifer is based off of a DC comic show. Hellfire. The DC comic show is based off the evil demon / fallen angel. So now that we understand the trinity of evil, the demonic evil trinity, Satan, Lucifer, devil, you know, we can now go into them being individuals. That's a good show. It is. It definitely is a good show. Going into the individualistic stuff, we're going to go in. This is some other areas where we're going to get into the topics of certain things, and hopefully Hellfire will be back, because we're gonna hopefully get into talking about Lucifer, which is his favorite subject to talk about. So I'm hoping he becomes active if he can hear me. But anyway, Satan is the entity of Abrahamic religions that was said to seduce humans to commit sins and or falsehoods. Okay, Abrahamic religions are as if you're like, okay, John Blitz throwing out some emotes. So Abrahamic religions are Semitic in origin, claiming descent from ancient Israelite Judaism, and worship the God of Abraham. And by God of Abraham, that's pretty much the Christian God. Abraham, aka Abram, the father of the covenant of pieces. He is the father of Terah, and settles in the land called Canaan, which God promised to him and his progeny. Okay, for those who don't know, Israelis, Jewish Israelis, Judaism are the descent, the progeny of Abraham. Father Abraham had many sons, and many sons had Father Abraham. It's a Christian sing song, everybody. Of course, there's a Jewish version of the song, but I can't speak Jewish, so I can't do the Jewish version for you guys. But Abraham was the father of the Israeli Judaism. And as such, that's where we get the separated entity of Satan that we all know of. The figure known as the Satan first appears in the Tanakh, which is a Jewish passage. This figure, is the heavenly prosecutor and member of the sons of God, and member of the sons of God, subordinate to Yahweh. Which was known to test. He was known to test the loyalty of the followers of Satan by forcing them to suffer. Okay, so here we have Satan is not yet a demon evil. He was actually in the Tanakh the Satan, a demonic god, a god that was pretty much the district attorney of God, that tested the loyalty to make sure, are these people really believers of Yahweh, or are they false believers of Yahweh? We're going to judge you. As I said earlier, you will come to a district attorney of God to be tested and judged at the end times. Originally, the Satan was that district attorney. He was the one that said, are you a follower of God or are you evil? Oh, you're evil, so we're gonna punish you. And you would go through certain torments of life, basically, to decide if you are faithful to Yahweh or not. Now we're getting into do Christians follow the faith? Are they believers of God? Are they judged? Do they go to heaven? Do they go to hell? Kind of thing. This is where we're kind of getting into that eras of things. Now, with this, later in Christianity, thus Satan becomes known as the devil, a demonic evil. The scary thing is, how would you get to heaven when you die? We'll have to discuss that again in a later episode. Right now, I'm trying to focus on demons versus heaven and hell. We're going to focus on the demons. Then we're going to touch into the difference between heaven and hell, and what the connections of demons are to heaven and hell. Right now, we're going to talk about. I'm trying to stay on topic instead of going off into other topics, because that's going to give me. If I go into all these other areas, John, then I'm not gonna have other episodes to be able on other days to talk about, because I'm gonna say everything here. So I'm gonna try to stay focused on one subject at a time. Now, as I was saying, later in Christianity, Satan becomes known as the devil, or a devil, a demonic evil. So he's no longer the Satan, but he is Satan. Instead of being the Satan, a position, he is the Satan, a person. Will the devil ever come good again? No, the devil will never be good ever. Okay? Basically, later in Christianity, Satan is known as the devil and sometimes called Lucifer. He is often identified as the serpent in the Garden of Eden. His significance grew during the Middle Ages. Now, as we know, Lucifer was supposedly a fallen angel. If we understand this, we'll understand that Satan was the serpent in the Garden of Eden, and Lucifer was a fallen angel. This is key to Satan not being one person, same as, Satan and Lucifer being the same. Satan and Lucifer were different. Satan was the serpent that tempted Adam and Eve, okay? As such, he is the same entity that tempted Lucifer to become a fallen angel. He seduced Lucifer and caused Lucifer to fall from the graces of God. Now, that's how you can understand that they're actually two different people. When you go into heaven and hell, it would be cool if you could use excerpts from the Dante Alighieri trilogy. Yes, Commander Shepard, thanks for the host. And Tabitha, I do like the idea of that. So give me a second here to write that into the book of knowledge. Now, again, I don't know why my stuff is lagging. I will figure out why it is lagging here momentarily. It may be like Hellfire said, I may need to reboot my computer for my settings to take effect. But we'll take care of that momentarily on another episode. After I end this stream and after everyone else had their streams, I will go into rebooting my stuff. And later tonight or tomorrow, I'll do a test stream. But let's see. Heaven and hell. Using the Dante Alighieri. Okay, I've got it written down, Tabitha. I've got it written down. So now we got that. When I do go into more in depth about heaven and hell, because I need to be able to talk about demons so that I can get into heaven and hell. And then once I get into the heaven and hell, then I will go from there to angels, and angels as being paranormal discussions as well. Reason why I wanted to go to heaven, go from demons to heaven and hell to angels. It has that little using heaven and hell as a bridge between the two different beings, so make it a little bit more interesting. Now, Continuing on with Satan, for those that believe he and Lucifer are separate entities, they believe, as I said earlier, that Satan had seduced Lucifer and other angels to shun the light of God, setting their path to falling from the heavens. It is Satan who plays a key role in Lucifer's downfall and the path of humans' free will being in question via Adam and Eve. Okay, now for those who don't know, there are stories in Christian belief and before Christian belief of a great war that that separated that happened between Satan and the fall. Like basically, certain angels fell from the graces of God and they became demons. The different demons that we know of were all fallen angels. Okay. So this actually formed the soul. Like you had Satan, you had Lucifer, and you had each different of the 9 levels of hell had different demons of themselves. Like how you've got like Beelzebub, you have Azuzel, you have different demons had different names. These demons once were angels. Okay, and we're going to go into this more in depth on each individual demon that we come to, and I'm gonna let you know which ones were fallen angels and which ones were of themselves straight out demons, because some of them were. But there was a great war that was fought between Satan and God, angels and demons. And we're going to get into that eventually. This also pulls into me going back into discussion on the Anunnaki, which is a Sumerian Babylonian belief. Okay, all these talks here of demons are going to go into the play with Anunnaki, because there is belief that this great war of the angels, okay, in the heavens fighting, against the fallen angels and who became demons, okay, which means if you believe in the outer space alien variation of the Anunnaki being gods, this goes into the beliefs that there was some intergalactic war, space lasers and Star Wars and things kind of like that they fell to Earth, okay, and came to Earth and stuff like that. So there's this whole cool concept that what we know of as angels and demons are actually space aliens, different races of space aliens. Okay, which also goes into Edgar Cayce, ladies and gentlemen. Edgar Cayce, who has a foundation in Virginia, he was the forefront of sleep therapy, dream therapy, understanding dreams and sleep research. He had a belief / religion called colonism. Okay, that aliens colonized on Earth and formed and created humans as slaves. So we'll eventually get into Edgar Cayce and his colonism, but with understanding of Satan being separate from Lucifer and seducing Lucifer, causing him to be a fallen angel, that brings us to the discussion of Lucifer. And this is the reason why I wish Hellfire was here, because this is one of his favorite subjects to talk about. But Lucifer, which is Latin for light bearer, a lot of you do not understand that Lucifer's name itself means light bearer. The reason for this is because he was known as the morning star, which is the planet Venus. The planet Venus is also known as the morning star. Now, you're going to think about something. Wait a minute. Ain't Venus a female? Isn't Venus the female Greek goddess Aphrodite? Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You are correct. There are some religions where Lucifer wasn't a guy, but a female. He wasn't male. He was female. Now, where this comes into play, this is a lot. There's a misunderstanding and some stuff that we're going to get into as well when it comes to angels being male or female as well. Anyway, Lucifer was personified as a male figure holding or carrying a torch. He had almost no legend. Okay. However, he was notated in poems. He was often writ as being the herald of dawn. In Christianity, he became regarded as for some of the names of Satan before his fall. In Babylonian belief, he is known as the goddess Ishtar or the goddess Inanna. For the Sumerians. The Sumerians called him the goddess Inanna. Babylonians called him the goddess Ishtar. And you notice I say call him the goddess instead of saying call her the goddess. Okay, he was known as the goddess Ishtar in Babylonians and the goddess Inanna for the Sumerians. Let me type this into the chat real quick. The Babylonians, let me copy and paste this instead of actually typing it out. The Babylonians, come on, get over there. The Babylonians believed him to be the goddess Ishtar, and the Sumerians believed him to be the goddess Inanna, right there. Who was the goddess associated with Venus? Okay. Now later in Roman and Greek, the goddess Venus will become known as the goddess Aphrodite. So the female goddess Ishtar, the goddess Inanna, will later be known as the goddess Aphrodite, and then eventually it will come to the Judaism and Christian belief that she becomes he. You'll notice that a lot of times in the Vatican, the Vatican and Christian belief then wanted to paint males. It was male this, male that, male this, male that. The only female that was in the Vatican religion was Mary, Mother of God, because the Catholicism does pray to Mary as a deity, not a goddess herself, but a religious piety of some sort. So a lot of times they will pray, Hail Mary, Mother of God. You'll see them pray to her as if she was a saint or a saintess. So the only God is the God, but you had other gods under. You had saints, not actual gods. As we know, a lot of gods, you had your one main God, and you had different gods under that main God in a lot of beliefs, especially in pagan beliefs. The Christians took these pagan beliefs and adjusted them to become their beliefs. Okay, especially, and it was the Vatican that did this. So the Vatican's like, okay, we got God, but we can't have no other gods in the Holy Bible. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. Okay, it's one of the 10 Commandments. Now, in these 10 Commandments, with thou shalt have no other gods before me, how can we worship these other pagan gods? Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They converted these other pagan gods into saints. So you had Saint Michael, who has a pagan god that he is spawned off. You had Saint Christopher, who had a pagan god he spawned from. So a lot of these gods came from those iconizations. And we'll actually get into this again later down the road. Under the same theory, they changed the goddess Ishtar, the goddess Inanna, into the goddess Aphrodite, who then who went from a she to he, which Aphrodite was the goddess of love, where Satan, which is the goddess, was the light bringer, Lucifer. Okay, Lucifer was known as the light bearer. Was originally the goddess Ishtar, the goddess Inanna. They were the female light bearer. Okay, who became the male light bearer, Lucifer, which is the Latin translation for light bearer. So this can be understood as some angels are said to be overly beautiful, almost feminine like males. Okay, so if males are feminine looking, very beautiful males, this would bring into the effect of, well, maybe they weren't females, maybe they were males instead that were just very feminine. Now, a lot of beliefs, in my understanding, from what I'm starting to grasp, is that they were neither female nor male. They were androgynous. Okay, by androgynous, they androgyny is the lack of gender. It's gender reproductive organs. Okay, so they were neither male nor female. Okay, they were neutral. Okay, so they could look either male or either female, and it's up to your interpretation as to which they are. So what about the second coming? That the second coming will be another thing that we'll get into down the road. Right now we're going to talk about demons. The second coming will involve demons, but we pretty much can't go into that. That's a whole nother topic of conversation that we'll get into another discussion down the road. So pretty much this is where we are right now. We have other demons that we're going to talk about, but I wanted to talk about the key demon, which is Satan, Lucifer, the devil, Azuzu. You can go into the different many names of these, but as you see, starting off, the main god Pazuzu would eventually evolve into Satan and Lucifer in some form or fashion. So pretty much we're done here. Before we move on to the next segment, ladies and gentlemen, do we have any questions that you may have about Pazuzu, about Lucifer, Satan, or devil? If you have questions, go ahead and type them in. I know I'm dropping frames, and I know it sucks because I can already tell some issues right now. I will have that issue fixed. I think it had something to do with me changing the graphics because I'm noticing a delay in the software. But does anybody have any questions on Lucifer or Satan or Pazuzu? I think you covered it well. Thank you. Okay, so this said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and go into the next segment that we have. Let me go ahead and shut the notes down. Now, I couldn't find demons caught on video footage, so I've got more alien footage and more ghost footage to go into viewing. So right now we're going to switch to the movie screen. Okay, and as you see here, we got the top 5 UFO sightings caught on film.
The U.S. Department of Defense secret UFO program.
To maybe our favorite story of the day, the one that we mentioned at the top of the show, what looks to be a case of real-life X-Files, ladies and gentlemen.
Just this month, the U.S. Defense Department revealed that it had spent over $22 million on the, quote, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. Basically, the program's sole purpose was to investigate authenticated UFO sightings. The Department of Defense had previously denied that the program even existed for over 10 years. Along with the admission, some documented UFO encounters by the U.S. Navy were finally released to the public. In this clip, 2 Navy Air Force pilots encounter an object like nothing they've ever seen, all caught on camera.
Dude, there's a fucking drone, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is an LNS, dude. Well, if there's like another thing, it's rotating.
The pilots first think the object might be a drone.
Dude, this is a fucking drone, bro.
Until it makes a bizarre rotation that no drone would be capable of. One of the pilots also mentions eerily that there is a, quote, whole fleet of the objects flying in the air.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
NASA UFO cover-up.
Okay, so before we go to the next one, let's go ahead and discuss that real quick. Let me switch back to the chatting screen. So what we got right there, guys, that one footage, I see it all the time. I've shown it a few times. That to me is at this moment, one of the most credible more non-faked, more possible, believable, true UFO videos there. One, it's government researchers right there. Second, I mean, look, did you see the reaction to the videos? The reaction to the videos alone. We're talking government Air Force pilots reacting to this stuff on their radars and stuff like that. I mean, just their reaction of this is, you know, it's like, oh my God, did you see that rotate? You know, it's like they're a little surprised at it doing this. So it, you know, for them to be this surprised over something that's supposedly a drone or something natural, yeah, they're too surprised by this to be able to for it to be a faked video. And especially, why would the government fake something to prove that it exists? So yeah, what was that exactly? Can you exactly doing the Zach Bagans? Yeah. So pretty much that one video, I can't debunk that video, and I don't think any of you can debunk it as well. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one.
NASA streams a live feed from the International Space Station on the website ustream.tv. Some regular users claim that occasionally unexplained objects show up around the space station, but NASA then immediately cuts the live feed. Even though NASA says that the feed only goes down when there is a loss of connection with the station's camera, conspiracy theorists speculate that the feed is being cut for much more nefarious reasons, to cover up live footage of UFOs. In these clips, supposedly captured live by viewers, we see the appearance of some very strange objects around the space station. The camera then immediately switches to another view, or just cuts out completely. Chilean Navy.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, because the way he's doing these, we're gonna have to talk about those and come back and switch back and forth. So with those, we know that, like, okay, so I've noticed that if like there's times that they don't cut footage when I'm watching those, and I see certain light lens flares happen. I noticed that they don't cut the lens flares. A lot of people are like, oh, did you see that? It's shooting out of the thing. It's shooting out of the earth. It's shooting out of this. Those are usually lens flares, and you'll notice that they don't get the videos cut. The scenes where they get cut, yeah, I would actually throw some kind of, okay, something's going on here. No, why is it weirdly happen when an anomaly happens, it gets cut? That's too much of a coincidence when the feed gets cut. When the feed doesn't get cut and you see something happen, you can pretty much guarantee if it didn't get cut, it's not really anything outside of like a lens flare or debris. If they can discern it as being a lens flare or debris, they won't cut footage. If they cut footage, then we know it's something more than what we think it is. That's how you can discern if it's there. But let's get back to the action.
UFO. Earlier this year, the government of Chile released a strange video shot by a Navy helicopter. As you can see in the video, the pilot switches between normal video and thermal imaging. The bizarre object is not visible on regular video, but can clearly be seen in thermal view. The craft seems to emit some strange spray or gas as it flies across the sky. This controversial video was released after 2 years of study and investigation by both the Chilean government and independent investigators. 8 governmental meetings were held to try to determine what the object was. A team of French analysts suggested that it was simply a medium-haul aircraft dumping cabin wastewater as it came in for a landing. However, this explanation was soon thrown out. You see, the unidentified object did not show up on radar as a traditional plane would. It also didn't respond to attempts at radio contact. And finally, planes do not normally release liquid when landing. In fact, given the warm temperatures that day, aeronautical engineers say that the plane would likely have immediately crashed to the ground if it had released water at that altitude. Experts in
So right there, guys, I don't know what to make of this. This one has me puzzled. Just like the other ones, I couldn't explain those. This is one of the ones that I can't explain either. Because as you obviously see that, like, the thermal imaging switching back and forth between the two makes no sense for it to be that the thermal shows something there, yet when you flip to it, you see nothing. Now, there was a point when he flipped to the regular image that I saw a white dot.
And everything from meteorology to astrophysics studied the footage, but no one could explain what the object was or what it might be releasing into the atmosphere.
Well, I know this, whatever it is, you can't see whatever it's releasing, so it's not a liquid. It has to be a thermal gas of some kind versus a thermal liquid, because for them to use thermal here, it's showing up like if it was water, it wouldn't float in the air like that. Gas is lighter than water, so it would stay up in mist in the air and stay like that. If it was water, it would literally just drop, and you would see motion of it, not it just floating in midair and holding its stuff like that. So it has to be steam particles or gas particles.
The U.S. Department of Defense Secret UFO Program 2. This next clip was also made public after the U.S. Department of Defense revealed that they had been actively investigating UFO encounters for over 10 years. In 2004, Navy pilots Commander David Fravor and Lieutenant Commander Jim Slate were on a training mission 100 miles off the coast of California when they received a strange order to investigate a UFO. You see, for weeks, the local airbase had been tracking strange, unidentified flying objects on radar. The objects would appear on radar at 80,000 feet, drop down to 20,000 feet, then either zoom back up into space or simply disappear. One of these strange objects had been spotted on radar, and the two pilots were ordered to investigate. They were shocked by what they found. The object did not show up on their F-18's radar, but they could detect it on their thermal imaging camera. Commander Fravor said that the object was hovering in place over the ocean. The sea below it seemed to bubble and churn, almost as if the seawater were actually boiling. In the video, we can see the pilots continuously zooming in and out on the object, switching viewing modes, as if trying to figure out what it might be that they were seeing. Commander Fravor decided to fly directly toward the object to determine once and for all what it actually was. That's when the UFO suddenly darted away at incredible speed.
See that speed right there?
Fravor said, quote, "It accelerated like nothing I've ever seen." He added, "I have no idea what I saw. It had no plumes, wings, or rotors, and outran our F-18s.
See, that shows a lot right there, guys. That right there shows
The
a lot.
Aguadilla UFO.
Let me pause before we go to that. Before we go to that, let's do a little bit of talking. So with that video, it's very that same footage is very similar to the other two videos that we just saw, with the one emitted gas and the one before that. Oh damn, that's crazy, right? So that one, all three of those images, every single thing looks very similar to each other. All three of them are very similar. And then that very third one, for it to just jet off like that, the one before it, for it to emit the gas like that and not be able to see it visibly, those are kind of incredible. The one to be able to rotate like that and their reactions, those are some of the most credible UFOs. Now, is it spaceships? Is it alien? I'm not saying that. Is it a UFO? Yes, it definitely is UFO. Because it's a UFO makes it paranormal. Until we actually know 100% without a shadow of a doubt what the fuck it was, it's paranormal. It's a UFO. It's an unidentified flying object. Okay, is it a spaceship? Is it from another planet? We don't know. We're seeing thermal images, but yeah, Tabitha, it's definitely crazy with seeing those footages, especially knowing that those are actual government footage that they declassified for us to see. You know, that says a lot. Let's go ahead and go to this Aguadilla UFO. I can't even say the word.
On April 25, 2013, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security was conducting a scheduled Customs and Border inspection from a Dash 8Q-200 aircraft in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. As they took off from the airport, they spotted a strange flashing light flying in the dark over the airfield and circled back. When they turned back, the light on the flying object suddenly went off. They suspected that it might be the small plane of a drug smuggler, trying to avoid detection by turning off his lights. They began recording the flying object on their plane-mounted thermal imaging camera. What they found was certainly no small plane. The unidentified object can be seen moving very fast and low over the landscape.
We're gonna head pause it there, and we're gonna switch back over. Now, I think I figured out what my background issue is. If I'm correct, as you notice, I've cut the background out. My background is super high resolution. It's a 4K background. And I think because of my internet being 300 megabit per second, I think that my system is not designed, my internet is not good enough for 4K streaming. I'm pretty sure if let me know, Tabitha, Hell Monkey, anybody watching, let me know if you're noticing any lag since I've removed the background. Are y'all seeing any? Is it lagging any at all right now, or is it coming across really good for now? I hope alien women have boobs on their back for dancing. So that would give them what, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. But do y'all notice any lagging? Because right now I haven't seen no lagging. Okay, gotcha. It actually does look smoother. Triple breast women. So yeah, I haven't seen like my little report down the bottom says I haven't skipped any frames now, and until I did that, it said I skipped up to 32 frames. So I think it's the image. I think I need to reduce the size of the image. That will fix me for next episode. I'll take care of that momentarily. So for now, we got no background, guys. We got no background, like Total Recall. Yeah, like Total Recall. Bear with me. The reason why I paused it, guys, because that was the last video. I'm in the process of changing that out and getting ready for the next set of videos. Now, heads up for this next set of videos. Nuke's Top 5 hasn't produced any new videos for a month now. So what have I done to counteract that? I ended up going back months and months and years to get some of his older Nuke Top 5s for doing here. So this one's going to be the top 10 scary ghosts. So it's going to be a fairly long video, and we got a lot of time to be able to do this, guys. So we're going to watch this from a few years ago. I think this is either 1 or 2 years old. But we're going to do that number here. Paladin Baz says, the main question I have is how come it's typically FA-18 aircraft that capture UFOs on cameras? I mean, are they the only military fighter, the aircraft with cams on them? No, the F-14 Tomcat had cameras on them too. It's just that the FA-18 were the aircraft of the time period that they're showing. Most of these videos that we've seen that have the FA-18s are your 1990s aircraft. Okay, in the 80s, it was the F-14 Tomcats that were used in the 80s, and then in the 90s you had the FA-18s, and I don't know what the current aircraft is for the millennia, but it's just the advanced aircraft for the time. So yeah, they haven't declassified anything from the F-14s and the F whatever we got now. T3RB, I don't know what that is, but okay. Anyways, go ahead and switch over and get ready for the next set of debunking videos. Nuke's Top 5, ladies and gentlemen.
The top 10 ghosts caught on camera. Thing in the road. The Cipali Toll Road in West Java, Indonesia is known for two things. Frequent traffic.
What about F-16s, F-15s? F-16s and F-15s did not have cameras mounted to them. The F-14 was the only ones that had cameras mounted to them. It wasn't the standard F-14. It was the F-14 Tomcat, because you have an F-14 and you have an F-14 Tomcat. F-14 Tomcat had a stronger propulsion system that would handle the extra strength of a camera on it.
Accidents and reports of strange supernatural sightings along the roadway. This bizarre dashcam footage almost captures both.
Okay, so that's a rehash of one we've seen before.
The video, which was recorded just after midnight, this bizarre.
Hang on, let me go back just a little bit. Try to catch it again.
Recorded just after midnight.
So right there, okay, they're trying to say that's a ghost. Oh, okay, it could be a FA-22 for the current gen fighter, and it may be. It could be. I'll look into it, Paladin. I'll look into what current jet is running cameras now. And Hell Monkey, yes, this here is not a ghost. And I wouldn't say it's fake. It's a real person. You can see that they're wearing brown pants. They're wearing a coat with what I think is a because this is in Indonesia, so I think this is one of those. It's a female, probably wearing some kind of head covering, because a lot of females over there used to wear they wear head coverings in India. So I think that's what that is, and it's just so quick that people don't understand why a person would be walking that way. So we can tell that this person is corporeal because they're not transparent. It's a corporeal body. It's not a fake video. Vegatron 1 point can see through her calf. Okay, so you can't see her calf. What you're seeing right there is a foot. That is their foot. They're walking. So you're seeing their foot with the line. So you're not actually seeing through their foot. The white dash is blurred over the leg. Exactly. So you're seeing the white. You're seeing the blur covering over their foot being raised. So that it's probably barefoot, and you're seeing the flash of their skin blended in with the blur of the hash lines. The issue with this is most it's a car mount, a car dash camera. Car dash cameras, they film at 15 frames per second, and we've already digressed. With most cameras, you have 60 frames, 30 frames, 24 frames, and 15 frames. The human eye sees at 60 frames per second. That's the reason why you see a lot of video games now at 60 frames per second, because that's what we see at. So the lower you get, the slower the frames per second get, the more blurry it gets. So with 15 frames per second, the blurriness causes certain frames to be blended in with other frames. So let me switch back to actual chatting camera. So with 15 frames per second, you have 2 frames, okay? And you're catching frames over frames. So you get one frame blurring with another frame. So one frame is where the foot is up, one frame is where the foot is down. So you're seeing the hash marks blending in with the leg, looking transparent when it's not actually transparent. And that's the reason why that calf is looking that way. You're actually not seeing the calf. You're seeing the foot raise up a bit. Let me, if I can turn it. So you're seeing the person walking, and their foot is raised up, and so that foot is blending in with the hash line.
bizarre enough even at normal
because it was a corporeal person.
speed, but slowed down, it becomes downright terrible.
See, it's a full corporeal person because you can see through their leg here because their leg is in motion, but you notice you can't see through it here. That's because this leg is standing up, this leg is moving. So since this leg is in motion, there is going to be a blur. It's a motion blur.
Terrifying. Some strange misshapen thing appears to be simply standing in the middle of the road. Locals believe this to be a ghost caught on camera. But what do you think? The Sylmar Ghost. Parent Anna Diano was attending a high school football game at Sylmar High School in Los Angeles, California. She was recording her daughter Mariella doing a cheerleading routine when she caught this strange footage.
Okay, so see, this is a perfect example right here. She's catching something at a slower speed and the person's running faster than the camera is recording at. A lot of cameras back in those days were not HD cameras and were filming at 30 frames per second. So if the person runs faster than 30 frames per second, it'll be the same as filming at 15 frames per second, and you're going to get motion blur.
Students at the school have started to refer to the footage as the Sylmar Ghost.
What do you think?
It don't look Photoshop, it looks real as real can be.
CBS 2 News in Los Angeles asked Anna's daughter if the cell footage had been edited.
So she doesn't even know how to work her phone, so no.
So is this a bizarre phone glitch or a ghost caught on camera?
So basically, to explain this, guys, let me go ahead and show you real quick. $15 FPS transparency. Now this whole 15 frames per second Forrest Gump. Hey, it could be Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run. Let's see, where is it at? Here we go, right here. Translucent images. Uncompromising quality, generic fast blur, and translucent images. So basically what you're seeing on this right side is what an image would be like at 15 frames per second, and what this would be like at a fast blur. So as it says here, common fast blur algorithms have many, well actually it's not saying anything about frames per second. Let me see if I can catch something that talks about the frames per second. But that's pretty much what's going on. Why does an object appear transparent in 15 FPS? I wish I can get. I'll have to find it for you guys later. But when an object is faster than the camera, let me switch back to chatting real quick. So when an object is faster than the camera, it's going to produce certain motion blurs. So when the motion blur happens, you're going to have some areas where the frames overlap each other, creating that transparency. So so things will end up being invisible per se because it's moving too fast for you to be able to see. So because that person's running faster than the older camera, the older phone camera can shoot at, it's going to come off as being transparent. Oh, wait, I got to switch back to the movie screen.
You decide. The Ghost of Carmel, Maine.
Hello and welcome to Ghost of Carmel, Maine.
In a previous video about ghosts and shadow people, I've talked about Kent Burris and his channel, The Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. Ghosts of Carmel. A man named Kent says that he began to experience strange occurrences after moving into his house in Carmel, Maine. He found that his house had once been owned by an undertaker, and that the residence served as a funeral home from the years 1906 to 1919. Kent claims that his house is very supernaturally active, and is haunted by multiple ghosts and strange beings.
Wow. Okay, there he is, in the window again.
Okay, so that right there, guys, this, I can't tell if that's an animal or a ghost, but that definitely is something. We're gonna go back just a little bit, and we're gonna slow that down. That says kitty in the blinds again. Right? It's either an animal or something. I'm not sure what it is. That's a cat animal. That's what I'm thinking it is too.
Okay, there he is in the window again.
See, I don't know though. Hang on.
Okay, there he is in the window again.
Cause see, here's my thing. You can't see it, but it's like it's up here and it comes all the way down to here. It takes up from the top of the window to the bottom of the window. Fox Demon, it's Gary Coleman. I'm 99% sure that's a cat. And why did the sus not work? What the fuck? Hang on, guys. That's why. Okay, John, your commands now work. I don't know why they didn't work before, but now I got them set. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, you can see that it comes to the top of this window right here, and it's coming down here and playing with the bottom of the window. See, look. Looks. There we go, John. Now, before I do anything, as you can see, look how long it is right here to here. It's super long. That's why I don't think it's a cat. If it's a cat, it has to be like a jaguar or a panther or some huge cat. I don't know if it's a cat, but I want to think it's an animal of some kind. I just don't know if it's a cat. Tabitha, you see what I'm saying though? Like, I don't know if it's a cat. It's an animal of some kind. It's an animal. It is an animal. But, because this says, oh, I didn't notice that before. Neither did I until I slowed it down. But it's got that long body. So it's an animal of some kind, but I don't believe it's a domestic house cat. Because here's my thing. Let me switch back to the chatting screen real quick. Here's my thing. Is if it was a shadow person, what are they doing in the window? Why is a shadow person doing in the window, you know, all crouched in like that? A shadow person would stand outside of the window, you know, and be messing with stuff, not be all crouched inside the window. Makes no sense for a human to think like that and do that. Okay, there's no sense whatsoever for that. But it's got to be an animal. It has to be an animal. It's a corporeal object. So yeah, let me switch back to the movie screen again. So it is an animal, but I don't think it's a cat. It's too big to be a cat. Let me go ahead and switch it back to normal speed.
Went under the bed.
Maybe a monkey, possibly.
No, don't show me your butthole.
That scared me, John. That scared me. Okay, so it went under the bed, and he's not even looking under the bed to see what's under there. And whatever it was that went under there could have easily ran out the other side.
Back, teddy bear. Alright, I'm out of here.
Now, if you're wondering why Kent's reaction is so casual in a situation that would absolutely horrify most of us, well, he says he's had hundreds of these bizarre encounters while living in his haunted home.
Hope you guys say something or do something. Oh my God! No! Oh.
Well, for one, if y'all haven't noticed, for those who don't know, he sounds like Supply Jeff, aka the Kraken. But what he just did there showed a shadowed body, and then he's going to go back, and the shadow body is going to be missing. Pretty much that one there is staged. Couldn't find anything. Doesn't look under the bed exactly.
To see all of Kent's ghost...
See that object there? Like, he shows it there. It doesn't move. He doesn't show it disappear. It just sits there. So that's an object that he planted.
Investigations and more of his terrifying paranormal footage, I highly recommend checking out his YouTube channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. The Night Visitor. Twitter user Cheyenne Rachel posted that her dad claimed that when he slept at night, he felt like something was messing with his sheets, and that he sometimes got the eerie impression that someone was sitting on his bed. He set up a camera to record overnight, and this is what he caught. It actually looks like someone sits up in the bed and then just kind of sinks down into the sheets. But is it just the bed covers moving in a bizarre way? Or something paranormal?
So that right there is what looks like someone sitting up. What it looks like to me, let me go back a little. And slow it down, because it looks like it's his hand or something like that. Because it looks like it could be staged.
Bed. And then...
See, it looks like somebody's hand. It looks like somebody's hand.
Just kind of sinks down into the sheets.
Because see, you have somebody's foot here. Okay, and if they were laying straight, you would see their body here. They're laying from corner to corner of the bed diagonally. It looks like him raising his arm to me. It does, because it looks like he's going... Let me change back to the chatting screen. So it looks like, okay, you've got a bed. We're going to use one of my notebooks, guys. So it looks like he's laying from corner to corner of the bed, okay? As you would see, like the feet here, this is where the arm would be. So if y'all were watching it, let me get it to where it's on the way it looks on your side. So let's see. It would be like that. There we go. So that would be his feet, and his arms were coming up this way, right? So that would be his arm moving and his feet kicking up over here. That's what it's looking like is going on, is that he's laying from one corner diagonally to the other corner, and his arm is moving.
But is it just the bed covers moving in a bizarre way?
See, there goes the arm.
Or
the covers.
Something paranormal.
And then it goes down.
And why does this look like a head?
Because
it just seems to disappear.
It looks like a head because you're expecting it to look like a head because you're telling it.
Exploring the Asylum. On the Urban Exploration channel, Exploring with Mikhail, they explore the old abandoned South Carolina mental asylum. Built in 1820, this building was one of the first mental hospitals in the U.S. It goes without saying that the old asylum has a long, dark history. Mikhail and her friends are walking along the third floor of the creepy hospital when she hears an odd noise coming from one of the old patient restrooms.
I thought for this guy's my
This is amazing.
Oh, look at that.
are obviously protected.
That's easily being wind right there. That's wind.
Now, you might wonder why the video abruptly cuts out right after the strange incident with the blinds. And so did I. So I asked Mikhail if there was more footage, and she explained that bizarrely, the camera on her phone just froze right after the incident. Now, at first that might seem a bit suspicious, but Mikhail was nice enough to even send me a screen cap of the raw video from her phone to prove the strange lockup.
Oh, look at that.
You are obviously protected.
That's wind. Yeah, that's the wind. Exactly, exactly, Veg. That's the wind.
So is this a ghost caught on camera? Or is it just the wind doing some very bizarre things with the blinds? And
the wind, you
a
can
glitchy
tell.
phone. The Sad Observer. This next clip was a private video uploaded to YouTube 6 years ago. A man named Oscar and his family were out having a fun day at a nearby creek. When they checked their footage back, it turned out they were not alone.
John with a fart.
¿Por qué no me dijeron? Mira. Ay.
Okay, right there, right there. So as you can see in this corner right here is what looks like a person. Okay, I don't know what to make of this. If anybody can do this, for me it looks like there's tree limbs making pareidolia, where it looks like a person, but it's tree limbs, because that looks like, see how the water is white here? It looks like the same white here, and it just happens to be the design of the tree limbs around there and the water reflection making it look like it's a person. Paladin Baz, your opinion? Dirt Diver, what's up? Spooky Wood, exactly, Dirt Diver. But yeah, it looks like pareidolia because of the head shape of it doesn't look precise. It does look like pareidolia. Exactly, it does. Because it's whatever it is not.
A pale image of a little girl in white can be seen sadly watching them from the creek's edge. Oscar claims that there was no little girl there when they filmed the original video. At least, not that they could see.
Whatever it was wasn't moving. Give me a second here to switch back to the chatting screen real quick, guys. Real quick, for those who are new, who may be silent, like Veg and a few others, if you have not already, let me drop the link in here real quick. There is the links to my Discord. The first link is my personal Discord, which is a joint Discord with myself, Hellfire, together, because we had 3 Discords, one for myself, one for Hellfire, and our joint Discord for Critical Hit, which is our talk show that we'll have tomorrow. We decided to combine them into one Discord, the Cyber Demons. So make sure you join that Discord, because in that Discord we have a lot of great things that we're trying to get going, including my paranormal discussion. I do have paranormal discussion, trying to carry the paranormal discussions when I'm not doing the show. We can continue talking about paranormal discussion over there. The second link is for our Fallout roleplay Discord, and then the third link, ladies and gentlemen, is for Stream Demons. If you want to be part of the best stream team in the world, Stream Demons, everybody, horns up for the Stream Demons. Just wanted to throw that out there before we continue on. A little shameless plug, but now we're going to go ahead and get back to the stuff. I have a question for you. Okay, Hellfire, drop the question when you should be in my headset talking to me, knowing that you're able to talk to me in the Discord, fucker. But what's your question?
Question is, did you miss me?
No, because you had to type the question in there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hellfire. This is Hellfire in the chat with me. Make sure you join our combo Discord right there. Please join our combo Discord. Don't forget, tomorrow is Critical Hit, everybody. But what did you think, Hellfire, of that of the body or kid or whatever in the water?
Pareidolia. Either pareidolia or they had one kid sit there and they said they didn't see her.
And see, that I was thinking that too, but whatever the kid was sitting super duper still, like it may have been a mannequin or a statue or something like that.
Yeah, that's a possibility too. But so, yeah, that pareidolia is my first instinct.
That's pretty much what I'm going with. Let's go ahead and switch back over to the other video. So feel free to comment on this one. A walk in the woods.
A walk in the woods.
I just said that.
This next video was sent in to me by a viewer. He says that the video was recorded by his brother Carlos, who would often film himself on hiking treks through the forest of El Mascal, a rural area of Barcelona, Spain. This video was recorded in 2016. Carlos has not gone on a nighttime hike ever since.
I don't see anything. I think that was fucking with his brain. He just overlooked it. Go back and show it slow motion. Okay, so whatever it is that right there, guys. Let's go back and see if we can catch what that was. Okay, so let's see. Methinks pareidolia because caused by the shadow of the stump. See, that's what I'm thinking. It's pareidolia myself. That there's something reflective there, like it's an object of some kind just sitting there because it's not moving or anything. Hellfire, what's your opinion on this?
So it's not moving, but like he moved the camera and it looked like it like lit up. And so I don't know if he was catching a shadow or if I think it was staged, honestly. I don't think this is pareidolia. I think this one's actually staged. I think he had somebody sitting in a position where you couldn't see them at first. And then he came in, then they stood up a little bit more so you could see like the face.
And see, from what I'm seeing,
I think it's staged.
It don't even look like a person. It looks staged, but like it looks like I don't know, like
it looks like a scarecrow.
It looks like a scarecrow. It looks like it could be a jacket on like say there's a shovel there because it is a grave. So maybe somebody was digging something and there's a shovel there and they got a jacket or something hanging on there.
Yeah.
And we're seeing some kind of object because it doesn't look like a body. It looks like clothing hanging on a stick.
Yeah, I agree with that. So like, it's staged. I feel like it's staged, but whether it's a person or not, yeah.
It's definitely staged.
Though.
It's definitely staged, whatever it is, because you notice he's calm and like let me pull it back and watch his reactions. See, he's slow. Well, hang on. See, he's looking. He's frantic. He sees it. It doesn't move.
So you're right there, turning around.
Sure, it didn't look like it turned. It looked like it just reflected who knows.
Either way, I think it still could be a scarecrow. Just got to blow with the wind.
That too. Whatever it is, it's staged. It's definitely staged.
Okay, well, my question is, if he's that scared, why did he stop running?
So yeah, see, it's staged because there is a gift.
Yeah.
And it was super tight. Like, hold on, let me go back and see if I can catch it. Let me see if I can get it slowed down here, guys. Okay, see how small it is compared to him? This is why
it might just be distance.
That's what I'm saying. See, it's technically from he was. If you saw, he was looking down. Watch. See where his feet are? He's not sitting down. Veg, he's not sitting down. He's standing up, looking down, down a hill or down a ditch or down a ledge. Yeah, he's sitting, he is. So yeah, why is he sitting? Definitely, why is he sitting? And see, there's a path that leads right straight to whatever it was. You're right, Veg, he was sitting.
Yeah, that's why I was like, why is he standing? Why is he sitting there? Like, why is he standing still?
Yeah.
If he's that scared of it.
Exactly. Hashtag staged, Paladin. Exactly.
Like, I'm 90% sure that's how people get killed in horror films.
Right. And here's the other thing. You notice he runs at a high speed. Do put some work into this. Exactly, Veg. You notice that.
Oh, it's some serious work.
He's not even doing the one thing that most stage videos have. He's not doing the, oh shit, what the fuck? Oh my God, what the hell is that? He's super calm. He's just running away from it, saying nothing. There's no, oh my God, what was that? What the fuck was that? Oh my God. You know, there's no breathing, there's no reaction, no words. I'm sorry if that was me and it wasn't staged and I actually saw something. I'd be like, holy shit, what the fuck was that? Dude, let's run, get the fuck out of here. Come on. You know, I'd be reacting. I would be reacting. Not just running with no words, no emotion. You don't run without emotion.
You know what I really want to see?
What's that?
I really want to see one of these things.
Hold on. Go ahead. Say what you gotta do. Say what you're gonna say.
Okay. I really want to see one of these things from somebody like me that carries a gun everywhere. Because if I see something, I'm pulling the gun out first. Then I'll figure out what's going on. But I ain't running.
Right. Now here's my thing. He's supposedly running away. Okay.
Yeah.
And he finds a tiny little fucking cage, a tiny little itty bitty cave. Okay. He's gonna go hide into that. What the fuck? That right there lets you know it's staged. For me, I wouldn't run into a fucking cave. I would be like, oh shit, let me keep running. I would run until I saw some fucking public.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go. Exactly, Baz. Exactly. That's where he lies to this day.
Tabitha with a sus. Watch, he's gonna come out and it's gonna be out there. See, look at that right there. See that stick? Notice how it has that reflective thing there?
Yep.
I wonder if the because that's a marker. What if what he was seeing were markers like that?
With jackets hanging on them.
Right. We'll find out. Oh, wait. Here we go. Here, watch this. Let me slow it down.
Wow. Yeah, I caught that.
I'm gonna slow it down for everyone else to see it. So it definitely wasn't a jacket.
It's Wilson.
It is a person. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, a mannequin head or something is too corporeal of a body to be a ghost. It's too corporeal. Now, could it be a possessed person? Maybe. Girlfriend's in on it. Exactly, Veg. Girlfriend's in on it. Unless hold on. Due to millennia, everybody, due to the millennia, okay, it could be a guy. It could be someone who identifies as a male. Okay, or it could be a male who identifies as a female and is growing long hair. So we can't say it's his girlfriend. It could be his boyfriend. It could be his boyfriend. Okay, we got to be politically correct here.
It's a turtle. Yep, that's that. I'm dead. The turtle, John. I'm going with that. That's the best explanation.
Yeah, you can see the ears, you can see the shoulders, and why would it be peeking out like that when it was there with them? See, here's the thing. It wasn't in there with him when he came out. So here's the thing. When he came out, whatever was there snuck in behind him. Exactly. I'm getting politically correct. Exactly. Long-haired partner in on it. Exactly. There we go, Veg. It's his long-haired partner. we can't genderfy it. Last thing I need is what's happening to Miley Cyrus, where she's getting called transphobic. I don't want to be called transphobic or anything like that and have my stream banned.
So, what do you think? Is this a paranormal encounter or a ghost caught on camera?
It's too corporeal to be.
Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Yeah. And he's not saying anything. He's too quiet. If I had seen that, and let's see, it's the rare long-haired turtle from Galapagos Island. Bullshit detected. Exactly, Dirt Diver. Here's my thing, ladies and gentlemen. Now, most of y'all have seen this. When I sometimes get scared by the chat sounds in here, like this one here, throbbing pickle. So sometimes those sounds will scare me. Some of y'all have been here when I was doing a stream and I had a storm outside my house and the lightning crashed right at my house and scared the living teetotal fuck out of me. And I'll jump and I'm like, oh shit, you know. I'm going to react. If I saw that head in that cave, I would have been like, oh shit. You know, it would have been filming the camera around with no response whatsoever. You know, that's how you know it's fake, because he had no response. Somebody's playing music. Who's playing music?
I don't hear any music.
I heard you can't touch this. Oh, Paladin Baz. Okay, now it popped up. Paladin Baz dropped one of the sound alerts for subscribers. I'm like, where the fuck is MC Hammer coming with? You can't touch this. Like, what the fuck? And then it pops up. See, you react to things being scared, ladies and gentlemen. You don't go quiet. Don't go quiet into the night. Y'all saw it here first. Thank you for the shout out to Paladin Baz. Jeff is Lone Wolf.
Runner. A man and his wife move to a new house in the wilderness in Bradford, Pennsylvania. He decides to record a video to send back to his family in California to show them their new place. But he catches something that he didn't expect.
And we're walking. No more holding her purse. Ooh, what is that in the tree way up there?
A lion.
Look.
Where?
The dark part of it up there.
Dark?
Did you see it?
No. You better tell me before we get too close.
Right up there.
And up?
Yeah, way at the very top.
You're tripping. Point it out with the camera. Oh, never mind.
It's just part of the tree then.
Okay, then stop trying to freak people out and follow me. Hold on. That it?
Yeah.
There's the bonfire pit. Whoa. That was weird.
What?
I just saw something run across the screen.
You liar.
What about it? Who stopped this?
I don't know, man.
No, it was like a shadow. How do I stop here?
A strange mist that almost looks like running legs comes out of nowhere and disappears behind a bush. Is this something paranormal? Or just some bizarre natural phenomenon?
That right there.
Deja
Let's
vu.
go back to that. Let's go back to that. That
legs comes out of nowhere.
Looks legit. Let me slow it down for you guys. That may be legit. No, I'll explain why in a second.
Disappear.
So right here, you see what looks like a mist, a little blue mist right here that looks like real smoke of some kind, shooting across and disappearing. Ghost detected, possibly. Here's the reason why. He's seeing it with his naked eye in broad daylight, guys. He's seeing it with Casper running to the bathroom, right? He's Casper streaking a campsite. Hellfire, your views and opinions on this.
So yeah, I'm with you. I hope there's more video going forward, but right now I'm 50-50. It could be legit.
There's no more video after this. It goes away, but let me rewind it at a slower speed so people can see. We're watching it at super slow speed right now, guys, so we can see what we can figure out. The downside is this low quality camera. See the way it moved?
Yeah. Here's why I'm 50-50. Because like Dad said, he did say he saw it run across the screen of the camera. He didn't see it with his naked eye.
Right. And she supposedly didn't see it.
Exactly. So that's why I'm 50-50. With it being such a cheap camera, it could be a lot of things. You're not getting it in high def. You're not seeing it. It could be a glitch. It could be... It's raining, so you could have light reflecting off of the raindrops on the plant or something.
And it could be
like,
it could be since it is raining, it's cool, so something's hot, giving off the steam. So it could be that.
Yeah.
Because they did have a
that's why I'm not 100%. It's 50-50. It could be legit, but I can't say for sure.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, let me switch back to the screen real quick before we go to the next video. So that, ladies and gentlemen, leads us to one certain thing. We have a saying here on the Mystery Mondays. If there's a doubt, Hellfire, if there's a doubt,
throw it in the garbage.
Oh, that works too. But if there's a doubt, throw it out. If there's a doubt, throw it out. So with that said, since we have no one way or the other, there's a doubt that it could be fake. You have to assume it is fake. May be legit. His partner said they did not see it. Well, see, that's the thing, Dirt Diver. Legit or not, if there's a doubt, throw it out. Even if it could be real, there's a doubt that it's still fake because it's 50-50 right now. So if there's a doubt, throw it out, because more often than not, if it's 50-50, that usually means that it may just be fake.
I will say that I don't think it was faked. I don't believe it was set up or intended to happen.
Right, exactly. It may have been a natural anomaly. It could have
been a coincidence.
A natural environmental anomaly.
Exactly.
No, it was like a shadow. How do I stop this?
A strange mist that almost looks like running legs comes out of nowhere and disappears behind a bush.
I'm gonna switch back to the other screen. Retro.
Oh shit, you're right. Duh. Thank you.
I'm
sitting there watching.
Or just some bizarre natural phenomenon. Deja vu.
Deja vu.
Two guys on a motorcycle are riding along a lonely back road toward the city of Uti, India, when they spot something a bit strange along the road. The riders are speaking the language Tamil.
Opinions. Spiders have been known to discard damaged web. Exactly, Baz. So it could have been in that. Spirits sure like to run. They do. They like to get their exercise. The ghosts have their own TV show. Let me switch to the chatting screen real quick. Okay, so Veg reminded me, ghosts have their own TV show. They have an exercise video called Paranormal Activity. No laugh or lame jokes, Hellfire? Okay.
Ha, ha, ha.
There we go. There we go. The ghost looks like Dumbledore. So let's go back to this here. So here's what the Indian people see. Okay. Now, this looks like somebody in a cloak. It's corporeal, whatever it is. That's either a person or a mannequin been placed there for effect. Right. This looks staged because it looks major corporeal. Wait, crickets. Hold on. Tabitha. I think that's right. Hang on. Let me make sure I added that. Did I add it? Oh, it's crickets. There we go. So, this looks to me staged. Hellfire, your opinions?
Yeah, it looks staged to me as well.
Yeah, it's too corporeal to be for it to be paranormal of any way. So yeah, let's go ahead and finish playing it out.
You don't really need to understand their words to hear just how freaked out they are. As they continue down the road, they calm down a bit, but then this. And there the video just sort of cuts out. Now some viewers think that the writer's terrified reactions make the video seem very real. But what do you think? How would you react?
Well, here's my thing. Sure, freaking out at a person waiting for a ride. Toss the shit in the toilet. So here's the thing. Hellfire, if you were going to stage a video, okay, and you wanted to add realism to seeing a staged ghost and make it seem real, what's one of the things you would do if you were going to fake a video?
Just freak the fuck out.
You'd freak the fuck out. Oh my god. Oh, did you see that? Oh my god. So yeah, you can actually freak out, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's easy to do. You know, I mean, you can act like that. If people really want to make it believable, you could do something as far as hang on. Hold on, I have to get in the zone here, guys. I have to get in the zone. You can easily fake crying. That easy. That easy. You can fake emotions right out the gate, everybody. So yeah, if you want to make something believable, add some emotion to it. So let's get back to the movies, guys. Let's get back to the movies.
To repeatedly seeing this on the road. Footsteps. Popular French YouTuber Goose DX does a very creepy paranormal and ghost hunting series called Chasseur de Fantômes, which in English simply translates to Ghost Hunter. In the series, he travels around to remote locations in France to...
And heads up, people, there is a difference between ghost hunters and paranormal investigators. Ghost hunters is keyword to, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I want to look cool and do what I see on TV.
Investigate reports of haunted locations and paranormal activity. In this episode...
Is it me? Hold on. Wait a minute, guys.
In the series, he travels around to remote locations in France to investigate reports of haunted locations and paranormal activity.
Is it me, or does that look like Hellfire? I found Hellfire's long lost brother, his French brother.
The ugly brother.
See, even Paladin Baz agrees that it looks like Hellfire, everybody. Right there. Yeah. We found Hellfire's
that's my long lost ugly brother. He was so ugly at birth, we shipped him to France and said never come back.
Hang on, let me do this. Hang on, let's watch. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this. Do 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 do. Wrong one. Shit. Oh well. I got hell, but it wasn't hellfire. I got hell monkey instead of hellfire. Blastbit, what is up?
Hellfire imposter.
Right? After Hell Monkey's shout out will be Hellfire's shout out. And I want y'all guys to see something when it comes up.
Oh god. Watch it be the OG one before I got the webcam.
Watch, yeah, exactly, right? There we go. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Oh my god.
See, look at that face right there, guys. Look at that face right the fuck there. I'm letting it play before I switch through back to the screen. So looking at that, ladies and gentlemen, looking at that, we have ourselves a Hellfire doppelganger.
Hellfire wannabe, shit.
Activity. In this episode, Goosty X spends the night in a haunted house where the owners describe multiple disturbing occurrences. Water puddles in the floor, even though there is no rain or leaks. Things go missing around the house only to show up later in odd locations. But the late night sounds are the most disturbing of all. Doors can be heard opening and closing on their own. Strange voices call out in the night. And loud footsteps can be heard pacing the halls and clambering up the attic steps.
John said he's your biggest
Goosty
fan.
X spends the night in a bedroom right beside the attic stairs.
So what's with the nostril shot?
Right? He's trying to invoke that Blair Witch feel.
Oh my god.
So we got disembodied voices, or disembodied voices. We got disembodied sounds coming from off camera. And what does that translate to, Paladin Baz? It's Hellfire and Fringe. I'm waiting to get some kind of actual something caught on cam besides mysterious sounds. So far we're hearing noises, but that's all that we're getting is noises.
Je vais aller voir ce qui se passe.
I'm sorry, mysterious sounds aren't nothing for me. He just made a cut. He just cut the scene right there. Did you see that, Hellfire?
Yeah, I saw it.
It was, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't catch it, let me see. Let me take it back a little bit. Watch. No, that's not it. Hang on, I got it back a little bit further. He backs away. There's the sound. He backs away. And he'll get closer back to the door. Now watch. He backs away. Now watch right here. And now it clipped. It clipped right there. It clipped right there. Now, real quick, let me go back to the chatting screen. He did a clip, ladies and gentlemen. You see it at the door, and then it blips really quick. You don't notice it too much, but you see the door adjust a little. That clipping is indicative of he paused the camera, prepared something, and then resumed the camera from the same place he originally was. So we know that this isn't a straight shot. He's clipped it, so it's automatically fake. He's preparing something. Something's going to happen when he opens up the door this time. What's going to happen, I don't know, but the camera frame adjusted. Let me take it back just a little bit.
You're gonna clip it at least to it so you can't tell.
Right.
I mean, come on, bro. That's amateur shit.
Exactly. Now we're going to do it slow. We're going to put it in slow motion so you guys can see it. He's #1 hunter of Ghost in France. Exactly. I've got it in slow motion so you can watch. He walks up to the door. You're going to hear the sound. He's going to back away. There's the sound. Here he is backing away. Now I'm going to pause it before we go everywhere. Wait till he gets to it, till it's in frame. Okay, now watch right here. Watch this corner of this area here. Watch this corner. Oh, I'm sitting here not even showing you guys. Got to switch screens. Exactly. Sorry. So right here, if you watch this corner of this screen, guys, watch this corner of the screen. You're gonna watch the door glitch. See how it reset? See how it just reset itself? That's a glitch. It shows that he paused the camera and restarted it, and he's in a little bit of a different position than he was before. So now we're going to resume the speed. And now he goes for the actual door. There's 2 doors, so someone could be hiding behind any one of those doors.
Y a quelqu'un? Je vous entends marcher.
After hearing loud footsteps on the attic stairs, GooseyX opens the door to find nothing.
Yeah, because the person that was
checks,
outside is hidden.
but no one is in the house. When he climbs the stairs, he finds that the attic light is on, even though that he's certain that he turned all the lights off before bed. GooseyX has no idea what caused the loud footsteps on the stairs. So, if you speak a little French, you can check out the rest of the ghost hunting series over on the YouTube channel, GooseyX.
Veg of the Sus.
Thanks for watching.
And so there we go. So yeah, we didn't even see anything outside of mysterious sounds. So that wasn't even any ghost caught on camera. Would you say, Hellfire? 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 Does Nuke top 5 still do it. I don't know, John Blitz. He hasn't had anything new in the past month. I'm hoping he has some new stuff. He doesn't do ghost hunting himself. He doesn't do paranormal investigation. He literally only shows off other people's stuff and doesn't even dissect it like we do. We are the only ones that dissect the videos that he shows. He just puts them out there and gets views off of putting other people's stuff out there and gets attentions off other people's videos. So his videos get views from videos. And he actually does no discernation, no dissecting, no investigation of the videos that he gives. He's like, here's the video, here's what's reported. You make your decisions. You let me know what you think. And that's all he does. Sir Spooks does a few things like this. I'm gonna have to check Sir Spooks out. You'll need to send me his links again, Paladin Baz. Make sure you send me Sir Spooks links again so that I can actually take a look at him. Hellfire, what are you doing? Did I lose you? I think we lost Hellfire, ladies and gentlemen. I think we lost Hellfire. So anyway, next Monday, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go into more in depth on certain demons. We're gonna slowly work our way into what Hellfire ghosting, right? Hellfire's ghosting. We're going to work on to what Tabitha had asked for. If I can find it again, I got to go through my notes and find that page. I actually lost the page. Where's the page? I lost the page, guys. Give me a second to find the page that Tabitha had. Tabitha actually had a really good talking point for next Monday, and I'm trying to find where I wrote it down at. There we go. The world of no, that's not it either. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. It was actually a really good talking point, and I've lost the page of where I wrote it down. There we go. We're gonna be talking about a few more demons. We're gonna talk about heaven and hell via Dante's allegory and his trilogy. So we're definitely going to be going over that here as well next Monday. Don't forget, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, ladies and gentlemen, Critical Hit. Let me do a shout out to Critical Hit real quick. Coming up in just a second here is going to be the Critical Hit. Right, and with the subscription version, if you go that route, you'll I think it was unlimited systems that you can put it on, as long as you're paying the money.
The subscription based, I looked into it once I needed access to Office for projects.
So in this video, we're talking about this. The Microsoft is going to is soon going to be dropping the subscription service for Microsoft Office and making it to where you can actually buy a physical copy of Microsoft Office. No longer based off of monthly services. It's going to be a one-time pay here soon. So that was Critical Hit. We talked about streamer news, gamer news, and tech news on the Critical Hit. So make sure you tune into that tomorrow. On Friday, ladies and gentlemen, will be Fallout Friday. I've got a lot of Fallout games coming very soon. I'm going to soon be starting from Fallout 1 to Fallout 2 to Fallout 3. All the Fallouts very soon. And then, of course, Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, you can't miss Saturdays. Retro Rants. For those who don't know, Retro Rants is where I literally expel everything that's weighing on my shoulders in the heart. I literally rant and therapeutically expel things that piss me off or upset me in some way. And a lot of people love my Retro Rants. They think it's funny when I get angry, but it helps me out. It lets me release a lot of tension. So make sure you don't miss that. And then, of course, Sunday Stream Salvation. I teach you guys how to enhance your streams. This past Sunday, I taught you how to take a $5 microphone and make it sound just like my Elgato Wave microphone that I'm talking through from here. I teach you how to take a $10 webcam and make it look like this webcam right here. So there's a lot of great things. I've got some more episodes coming up for that on Sunday. Some more tutorials. Also, with the tutorial streams, the web camera and the microphone, ladies and gentlemen, I bought those online. They are brand new. They were only ever used for that stream. Here's the cool thing. Whenever I use cheap gear like that, ladies and gentlemen, all that cheap gear that I buy to teach you how to use, I am giving those away on contests. I will be having a giveaway coming up very, very soon where I give you the microphone and the web camera both in a giveaway. Okay, they're brand new, only ever used once on the stream on Sunday. But I will be giving those away here very, very soon. I'll let you know when the giveaway is. If you don't have a camera and you wanted to get into streaming, it's a perfect camera to use. They will work. The camera will work and the microphone both will work in PS4 and Xbox as well as PC, guys. So this is your chance. If you want to get into streaming, it's if you win it, hey, good way to get started on camera. And as you saw from Sunday stream, if you were here, you can make it look high quality. Start small, grow big. Check me out on all my episodes. But for now, it's already almost that time to stream. Hellfire, are you going to be starting to stream at all?
Yeah, I'm getting set up now.
Okay, so let me know because it's time for me to do my thing. So while we wait to do my stream, ladies and gentlemen, do any of you guys have questions about the paranormal, ghost hunting, or anything like that? Now is the time to ask your questions. Let me know what you want to know. I'll fill your questions out here and now. Don't forget you can join me live. Tabitha, great stream tonight. Thanks, Retro. Anytime. Tabitha Sabbatha, for those who don't know, make sure you check her out. Okay, very soon I'm gonna be getting to some areas of paranormal discussion with demons and hell and Wiccan and pagan and other things like that. I will be having Tabitha Sabbatha join me on some of these streams as well, just like I have Hellfire. And you're more than welcome to join me in my stream if you join my Discord. If you join my Discord, which is the first link of those 3 links, you can easily jump into chat with me and we can pull you in. Let me know you're in the chat. I'll move you into the live chat area to where you can join myself and Hellfire and whoever's in the chat with us live on the streams. At any of the streams that I do, you're more than welcome to join. If you know something about the paranormal, you're more than welcome to talk about it as well. I'll be glad to have you guys talk to me about your knowledge. If you're an expert in one field or another that we talk about, feel free to let me know so I can pull you in as an expert on the stream.
We are live.
You are live. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and drop a raid to Hellfire. Remember, as always, #raid, #retroactive. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me entertain you. You are as I say all the time, doing television and movies is my dream. You guys give me the chance here on stream to achieve my dream in some way. Again, thank you for being here. I love each and every one of you. Let's spread the love. If you don't like Hellfire, you're more than welcome to tell him to fuck off and leave a stream after 5 minutes. If you like him, follow him, subscribe to him, let him know that you enjoy his streams.